Our first season in the top flight of Czech Republic is full of ups and downs, from getting wins over teams like Mladá Boleslav or drawing Victoria Pilsen, to bottling easy wins against Bohemians Prague or getting absolutely battered by Slavia and Sparta Prague or Pardubice. We have experienced a whole load of emotions, but that mess left us 12th in the table after 19 games, with a big advantage over the relegation zone. But two questions arise before the return to football. Are we going to look up or down the standings, and what are the transfers we've made? Due to our wage budget being abysmally low, we could only sign one player, a free agent in Maciej Polida as a depth option to the left wing. His wage demands were really low, and that was the only reason we could get him. From the outings, using an intermediary, we negotiated a 21k fee for Lomil Cisz, but he's only going to join the Romanian side Gloria Buzău after the season. We tried letting go Kadlec, Vincur, Fabian and many others, but nobody decided to give them an offer. With all that, it's time to get going with the rest of the season. First opponent, Hradec Králové, the relegation candidates who gave us peak football manager experience by scoring in the 19th minute. I genuinely thought we were just bottling a potential easy win again. We did not even create chances. But Lukasz N found himself getting a ball right before the penalty area. The goal was empty, so Lukasz shot and scored it. Shortly after, Breda gave us the lead. Unless he didn't, because it was an own goal. It could have been 3-1, but Jarosław Marek stepped up to a penalty and got stopped. So how did we do against another side in the relegation fight, Fastav Zlín? Of course, we conceded in the 5th minute. This time though, we did not struggle to create. Filip Zorvon equalized in the 28th minute and then gave us the lead with a shot after a turn in the box. Maciej Polidar tried to make it free from a free kick, but hit the bar. Dominik Breda scored the rebound though. It was now time to face Sparta Prague. Last time out, they battered us 7-0. And do you remember what happened in the first half of that game? Yes, we are only losing 1-0. What happened in the reverse fixture? We were also losing 1-0 into half-time, but this time we did not concede any more goals, and what is more, we've created chances ourselves. We did lose, but this game was simply an indicator of massive progress we've made compared to a couple months back. League aside, it was now time to face Slavia Prague in the quarter-final of the Czech Cup. Even if we lose, I want to lose 1-0, maybe 2, we'll be fine, but all in all, this is what I don't want to see from the very get-go, as we lose in the 5th minute. Valjankovic plays with Polidar. We've put on a couple of backup players, Helebrand, Polidar, mainly to be fresh and ready for the game against Baník Ostrava in the league. Oh my days. Baeza, and makes a clear tackle, but it's going to be free. Seriously, we've been doing well recently. We've started well. These are just the types of games where nothing works. I'm saying box to box, both on the left and right, or actually a Metzala maybe. Inside forward made out of Nemanja Ilic. I'm basically trying something. Batko Pečny wins it. Saavedra finds Fiala. And Fiala almost scored the consolation, but at least we've got a chance finally. As Malek finds Stepanek, finds a brilliant pass to Ilic. It's Kopechny on the right, passes to Ilic. We've got a couple of short passes. As Saavedra almost makes it 3-1. Towards Slavia Prague. I don't think that was offside, but I think that was Ilic, come on! But the XG is way higher than 0.08. 1.8, we could have easily get to the extra time. I mean, we only played well in the second half. But the amount of squares that we missed, we still did well, quarterfinal of the cup. Now our focus is the derby, and I'll be doing the derby with the live commentary as well. Bola gets the ball on the left side, might be crossing it, and Shin takes a long shot, no, passes it to Bola, who hits the bar, although I don't even know what the Kaiser was thinking in this situation. Got 3 yellow cards already, so our players have to watch out. Marcus passes to Bola, and that is a massive strike. Gives the ball to the right side to Altor Buniel, who's going to cross probably. He does, and Helebrand scores an own goal. And this is why I want him out of the club. And I know the sound quality for a moment has gone downhill, but seriously, what even is this from Maciej Helebrand? We're throwing in flares. You can see on the corner of the screen, but that does give no effect. But yeah, we're losing again 3-0. But this time we showed no promise at all. And I'm tired of these results. That's all I've got to say. What's the position in the league? We're still 9th somehow, but only 2 points ahead of the relegation zone. Not the relegation zone, the relegation group. I will skip the game against Pardubice, because quite frankly, nothing happened. Slovakia was a tough opponent overall though, but only until the 17th minute, as Marek Fiala assisted Nemanja Elic first, and 2 minutes later, Nemanja Elic assisted Marek Fiala. This academy graduate is actually a baller, and his development makes me think we have our first wonder kid of the save. We conceded in the 25th minute though and unnecessarily made it close, especially with the fact that we gave away a penalty. But Janacek saved it. In case you're wondering why it was him, the Kaiser literally broke his hand earlier into the game. However, we secured the win, with Marek Fiala scoring another goal and Filip Zorvan making it 4 in the 94th minute. We then faced Slavia Prague yet again, but this time we are not letting them win easily, as we even scored a goal, even if it was offside. The players from the capital created a fair amount of chances, but simply could not convert them, simply putting the ball over the crossbar multiple times. The game ended up in a 0-0 draw, which, in case you haven't realized, made us lose 6 goals less against each and every opponent we faced and got thrashed by. But name me a team in the comments that we cannot win against and is in the same region as us. Yes, Karvina. Kopic did score this great technical effort, but that and Zajc's 1-on-1 could have been saved by Janacek. Fiala did score one, but it was only a consolation. We did not let it get into our minds as we faced Viktoria Pilsen and, quite surprisingly, won after making this team play to open up the scoring early and keep it. The penultimate game of the regular season was Liberec away. A win would ensure we are going to play in the European playoff instead of seeing out the season in the relegation group. We won 2-0. Dominik Breda opened up the scoring after this pass from Helebrand, who after all will stay in the club for the next season, and Nemanja Elic scored one shortly after. Mlapa, yes, that FIFA 14 beast, did score, but he was offside. With a 2-0 win, it was confirmed we will play in the playoffs, so I decided to bring on the youngsters and rotation players for the final game of the season against Bohemians Prague. Puskacz scored an easy tap-in, Prekop that somehow got this header in, and Wojciech Szmyrc scored at FIFA 23 like Trivela. Disappointed but not surprised. No way I'm getting angry when I place a 1.5 star 16-year-old at centre back, and there are 2 first team regular starters in the lineup, and in the playoff we're going to play Lada Boleslav. Okay, but what is that playoff? You told us you'll explain it. So, in short, after a regular season of 30 matches, Czech League splits into 3 groups. Top 6 fights for the championship in the separate group, the teams from 7th to 10th go into the playoff, and the bottom 6 see out the season in the relegation stage. Unless they're Hradec Králové Zlín and Karvina, as the last team will go straight down, with the 15th taking on 2nd from 2nd Czech division to stay up, and 14th goes against the ones in 3rd. The playoff bid is a complex one. First you have a 2-leg first round where 7th plays 10th and 9th takes on 8th. The winners will play against each other in the 2-leg final. But if you think the champion of this thing gets to play in the Conference League, you'd be wrong. There is one more opponent awaiting, and that would be the best team in the championship group that did not qualify for Europe just yet. Slavia Prague, who are cruising into the title, who won the cup, so it plays no factor. It will be probably Sigma or Muniec who will take on the winner of the playoff round, as Czechia only has 4 European slots now. The question arises, who is going to get into Europe? If you subscribe to the channel, you increase the chances of Opava getting that. Could the newly promoted side that was predicted to finish rock bottom go on an adventure straight up from the 2nd tier? I mean, 5 matches need to be played. Well, let's find out. But wait a minute, what about the youth intake? It did happen, and we brought in 5 people. Petr Latocha, Zdenek Pantok, Radek Schulmeister, Adam Hryć and Wojciech Kowarik are the signings. But can you explain me why someone in the staff keeps signing these 2 Silver Star players? I have all transfer responsibilities under control. Anyways, back into the game. I'm not happy if we concede from it, but Selfie basically almost scores it. The Kaiser got an easy opportunity to save, but Vanicek found the rebound because of the way the Kaiser saved this shot. Or actually he didn't, as Marek Fiala is not having the greatest of games. We'll bring on Pavel Vichnal as a target forward. Full crab passes it to Zizic, who's going to cross it, although I don't know what happened there and why the Kaiser decided not to take the ball, but thankfully he saved it. Besic passes it to Rivas, it's blocked, and Ilic finally puts the ball forward. If he's still around, Pavel Vichnal scores it for 1-1. This is what we needed, a strong man in the penalty area to get us a header and equalize. As Erwin Saveja makes a cross, win the ball, Stepan Halupek hits the crossbar. Rivas now plays it to Zandberg. Langhammer, and that combination is in, but I see the ref walking. And it's offside. Filip Zovan dribbles past an opponent, enters the penalty area, and is fouled for the penalty! In the 86th minute, we can take the win. Now, who's taking it? I did not assign a penalty taker, but I think it could be Vichtal, the mentality monster. He scores! And that's a great double from the bench. We have passed into space though, and Langame has a 1v1 with the Kaiser, but Kaiser saves it. Just puts the ball away, and we win the first leg 2-1 at our home ground. It was a fantastic comeback win. Now all we have to do is to see the result out at the Mecki Stadion at Mlada Boleslav. On the other side of the playoffs, Bohemian Prague won 2-1 over czeskie Budějovice. I made a small tactical change to drop Kopechny back, swap the center bids, and make Marek Fiala pressing forward, which all made us ready for the reverse fixture. Nemanja Ilic now forward, on the right side, uses the speed to get past the opponent, passes to Blecha, and Blecha is going to shoot just next to the goal. The aggregate. Kushey now runs forward, but thankfully puts the ball over the bar. Fukala now on the left side, cuts inside to Besic, but Rataj wins possession. Couple of headers later, we lose it anyway. Vanicek, Antoni, who has scored the rebound in the last game. Now passes to Kushey. Really? Shot starts a little. Stepanek passes to Malek, who loses possession for no reason. Might even go strikerless in this final minutes if we can't give the ball. What is this, Valjankovic? Are we bottling a chance to play in Europe in the first season due to Valjankovic just not being aware where the ball is? Besic, who scored at the moment the winning goal, but Ladra and Kushey secures the win. We were winning, and now we've bottled it. Wasn't the worst of season overall. We could have been relegated after getting dismantled by Pardubice, Slavia and Sparta. Besic now almost scored a wonderful goal. If he scored that, I wouldn't be mad. That's it. That's the season. We'll of course see who actually got the European slot, and I hope that's someone from the championship group at least, because there's a chance they'll do something good there. I'm seriously not satisfied with the result, as we finished the season on 9th place, 40 points, and I think with a couple of improvements, especially as we free up a load of wage budget, we're going to get into that championship group at least. Do I think we're going to have Europe? There is a chance, but that's it when it comes to our first season in the first Czech division since 2021. I think that Slavia is going to win the title anyways. They're going to clinch it surely. There's no way they're bottling it. But I'll be back at the very end of the season when we'll see who's actually won what. So what we've got remaining for this episode is the season review. We've also got to check the Czech League and the best leagues in Europe and the continental competitions, as well as we've got a couple of new transfers. We've got Martin Janacek as a backup keeper, we've got Filip Zorvan as a rotation option for Blecha, we've got Nemanja Ilic, who got relegated with Trenčín, so he was for cheap. Stepan Halupek also got there, this is our by far most expensive transfer. And Fabian De Kaiser, good keeper overall despite a bottle in the first game. We also got the free deals of Mirkovic, Stepanek, Safeja, Dominik Breda also came in, loan of Tomasz Stevko, Valjankovic and Matej Polidara, and that led us to the 9th place of the table. Also, how did Karvina stay up? Slavia Prague won the league, so we've already got the Czech League ticked off. Baník Ostrava and Sparta Prague will play in Europe, so I believe Sparta Prague has overtaken Baník at the end of the season. And in the Conference League, Sigma Omunec will take the 4th spot. But I want to see, how did Hradec Králové get relegated? Relegation group. Hradec Králové, Karvina in the playoffs. Fastavzin gets relegated directly. We've also got the playoff, and Jablonec won over Hradec Králové. So that made sense, as when it comes to the cup, we've been knocked out in the quarterfinal, and Slavia Prague won it at the end of the day. We've also got more money from the sponsorship, more from corporate. Basically some bit more of an income, although we didn't win the league, so we don't get the $38,000, actually euros, and broadcast revenue went down surprisingly, although we're playing in a higher league. Player of the season, Filip Zovan, according to the fans. We've also got Nemanja Ilic, who was the best young player of the season. Actually, this looks pretty fair, although I would put Marek Fiala as the young player of the season, at least in the competition with Nemanja. Got a good season, and I think we can do at least the same in the next one. I think we should be moving on into the best leagues in Europe. First off, let's see the coefficient, because that is what matters in terms of build a nation type of save. When it comes to the season rank, we've only finished 22nd. That's somewhat better than we were last season, but Slovakia is higher than us, Bosnia is higher than us, and we are on the 17th place. There is an improvement, but not enough of an improvement, although we're getting rid of a very bad season. And when it comes to the best leagues, starting on from Portugal, because we're only reviewing top 7, the winners of that league are SL Benfica ahead of Porto. Next up is Netherlands. Feyenoord wins over Ajax, Eindhoven and AZ Alkmaar. That was again a close fixture. Also Utrecht was there. Next up is France. Paris Saint-Germain did the usual thing, so we're not even taking time to review that. Bayern completely dominates the league. In Italy, Serie A, we've got Inter dominating the league ahead of Milan, Juventus and Napoli. There's also Roma with the 5th Champions League spot. And you can see that the Champions League fight was actually very close. Spain is the penultimate country and Real Madrid takes the title just ahead of Barcelona by 2 points. The remaining is the Premier League, with Manchester City clinching the title yet again for the 5th time in a row. Coming to the European competitions, because this is what matters as well. Or actually, where is the Conference League? Okay, I've already seen things that I did not expect in here. Going to stages look better. It will look better. You can already see what happened there. And in all fairness, I love that final. But we'll hop on to round of 16, we'll make a 3, and we'll see that Austria Wien, from Austria, has defeated Brighton in the semis, Slovan Bratislava in the quarterfinals, and Cercle Bruges in the round of 16 to win the entire thing. Whereas Brøndby went over Granada, Montpellier and Gladbach, so of the 3 clubs from the top 5 leagues, to get into the final. Lost to Austria Vienna on penalties, but that is a huge one. This is what I love in the Conference League, that anyone can take a win. Coming to Europa League, I've already replied to Verzen in the comments from the last episode, as I told him where did Sparta Prague finish. Sparta Prague did get eliminated by Chelsea. Sparta Prague was eliminated in the league phase, the rest did not make it to any European competition. They got battered by Chelsea 7-0, but that's Chelsea, even though they're in a huge crisis. Chelsea then gets past Ajax, but crash out on Manchester United, who at the end of the day win the entire thing ahead of Lazio and will play in the Champions League next season. Champions League, the English final, Liverpool wins over Arsenal. If there's any interesting teams, I'm trying to see. Galatasaray was in the round of 16, so that's cool. Arsenal got past Man City, so Man City dominated the league but could not convert it into the European competition. The final part is the squad that we're going to have. And we're going to keep basically everyone in the starting lineup apart from Kopechny. I'm looking to get him unfortunately out of the club due to many bad performances. You can see, where is Miloš Kopechny? If we look at the form, you can see that the last game where he did well was against some Austrian team in the friendly that they simulated, because they simulate the friendlies. When we go to the league, he never topped 6.8, and we need someone younger on this position, so I might as well already offer him via transfer room. He's interested in speaking to other clubs, so we'll see what is his asking price that he's asking for. He's asking for even a 600. We can go for 600, you know. And the rest we can pretty much develop. We've got this Vietnamese left back who is actually really decent. He's also got 4.5, 5-star potential, depends on the day. And apart from that, maybe Miloš Jirka will be able to clinch some cool deal, but Marek Fiala, if we get a couple million for him, I'm unfortunately going to accept it. We also are letting go the players like Fabian, O'Malley, Szydla, Kostka, Kadlec, Winter, and David Wanieczek. Well, we cannot truly let him go because he's retiring. Let me know in the comments below if there's any improvements that we need. You may suggest real players, that's fine, but I guess I'm looking for some loans, because that's what a man should do. There's a couple of people transfer listed, so we might have a look on them as well, but we'll see that in the 8th episode. Now, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.